Well, 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 guess who's back in town? The old Speed King is up to his old tricks and antics again. Well, I'm having a great time. Obviously, it's Saturday morning here in the studio, and I'm ready to change this whole place, right? And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support over the Breeders' Cup month leading up to it, and of course, the Breeders' Cup. We always do something and take the money that we've earned and put it back into the studio. Let it be, of course, through our data that we purchase weekly, and of course, our thumbnails, graphics Greg out there who does a great job with all our thumbnails. And we're going to be taking down all this stuff and opening up the windows in here. So, yeah, thanks again for all your support. You can please subscribe, ring the bell, do those things. And of course, tip sheets are available for the Claiming Crown Jewel this weekend at beautiful Churchill Downs, right? So we're going to take a look at the Claiming Crown Jewel, race number 10, which is the granddaddy of them all. Breeders' Cup Classic for the claimers, right? Race number 10 on the card. I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out, because the race is today, and your Speed King is behind here, right? We only did about 4 or 5 videos this weekend. The Churchill Stakes, the Pebble Stakes for next Sunday. We got some work in, but let's take a look at race number 10. This is a great race, right? $200,000, right? Race number 10. It is in the middle of the late pick 5. You know I'm going to be all in, because I love the number 5 horse in race number 7, that Jubilant Joni at 7-2. Defending our crown. But race number 10 is the big race of them all, if you can say that, among the claimers. The Claiming Crown Jewel, right? Going to flat, not a flat mile. A mile and an eighth. Speed King, 200,000. The 3-year-old boys, well, the band's back together. Full field of 14. Uh-oh. It's going to be trouble. You better find the box button. Hey, I'm telling you now, this is a great race. I really, really do want to put the number 12 Navajo Warrior on top because of his pace numbers, and IRAD's up. The horse that won 6 races out of 12, 2 seconds and 1/3. Hey, my girl Joni's been in against them, and but it's going to be hard, There's a lot of speed in here. You know what? The heck with it. My top pick is Navajo Warrior. No, he didn't just come up with another IRAD horse. Well, I love the pace numbers on this one, right? Let me take a peek real quick here in the old Speed King algorithm, right? Cost me a lot of money about 6 years ago. What's the horse's name? No, Navajo. Yeah, the pace numbers are just too good on what I do on Navajo Warrior. Now, speed figure wise, overall, this is where I separate, the contenders from the pretenders. Overall, the speed figures are not up to speed with some of the top horses in here, like the number 10 horse, who I love, Burning Hot, and the number 13 horse, Point Doom, right? That's a nice horse, right? And that number 2 horse, I'm telling you, that horse should be on top. The Caden Corpse, right, at 6-1. I love that number 2. There's no way the number 2 horse will be off any of my tickets. But I'm going to go ahead and go with what it is that I do, right? And it's going to, I don't love 7-2 on Navajo Warrior, but IRAD's up. They're going to take money just because of that. And that's not a bad way to approach it, because, the top jocks get live mounts, right? They get the pick of the litter, right? 20% of the trainers win all the races. Same deal with the jockeys. You can actually handicap by jockeys if you really wanted to come into these races. But I'm going to put Navajo on top, right? The number 12 horse, Safi Joseph doing it. IRAD's in the odds. He's on my big horse in race number 7, that Joni horse, the number 5. So I got IRAD winning a few races today, y'all. The number 12, 7-2, 6 wins from 12 starts, 2 seconds by Candy Rye, Grandsire, Stormcat. Wow, this 4-year-old boy can flat out run. He's gelded, y'all, so he shouldn't have any problem. Third time with Saffie Joseph, coming by way of Tim Yak Team from California, riding a 2-game winning streak for Saffie Joseph, y'all. And I love the pace numbers. I mean, he ain't overly fast early, and he ain't overly fast late. He is solid. You see what I'm saying? He run even splits, this horse. Should break behind the speed here. The number 13, the number 10 is very speedy. Like that. Who else is speedy in here that I thought? The number 7 might give him a little problem going the first quarter of a mile. So, again, to me, we want someone stalking, right? And it's going to be in a beautiful spot in mid-pack. I would think that would be the number 12. Our top pick, number 12. Our second pick, well, I want to say the number 10 and the number 13. I love that number 10, but I think he's going to get softened up by the 13 and the 7 and like that. So I'm going to go right to the value, the number 2 horse. I like this horse, Caden Corpse. And I don't know why I like him, but that's the subconscious. Well, this 6-year-old has won 15 of 41 starts. That's pretty good. That's over for a third of his wins for sure. Well over, not well over, quite a few over. But he's trained by one of the New Jersey boys back in the day, Kelly Breen, who used to work for Ben Perkins Sr. at New Farms out in Colts Neck, New Jersey, right? Sea Forest Wildcat, right? Hey, Kelly Breen loved to train speed horses. This one, I guess, is pretty fast. I know, you know. But anyway, the number 2 is 6-1. Love the pace numbers on this horse. Even splits. And, of course, the speed figures are a lot better than the number 12, but again, I like this horse. So if I had to take 2 horses out of the claiming crown jewel, the granddaddy of them all, the Breeders' Cup Classic type race of the claimings in race number 10, I would take the 12 and the 2. Okay, 7-2 and 6-1 respectfully. Okay, so our second pick, 1 and 1A, is the number. I'm not leaving the 2 on. You know, you do what you want to do, but I can't leave. I want to play pick 5s, and I say, oh, I'm going to single to 12. I don't think so, right? I can't leave the 2 horse off, y'all. Not my boy Kelly Breen, the old Jersey boy down there in Oceanport, New Jersey, a beautiful Monmouth Park back in the day. Ben Perkins Sr., New Farm, for all you folks who knew. All right? Out there in Coast Neck, New Jersey. But that's our second pick. We like the 12 and the 2 equally. Well, I guess equally as well. I like the number 10 horse, Burning Hot. Well, this boy is on fire. This 4-year-old gelding is by Bernardini. Oh my God. How can you lead a 10 off your pick 5? Speaking, I can't. Why? Because Louis is in the odds. Siaz is up, y'all. That's right, the boy, the low rider, we call him, because he's so tight to them horses, right? Hey, Louis Siaz obviously is my one of my favorite top 3 jocks in riding now. Of course, you know, I like other jocks, but my top 3 jocks, of course, is Mr. Rolex Joel. And, of course, the smooth Tyler Gaffleon, y'all. You bet. Where is he at in this race, by the way? And, of course, Louis Siaz on Burning Hot, right? Well, Burning Hot, him and this trainer, I don't know if I really, you know, Rohan Crichton, right? He's clicking at 14% overall, but him and Siaz is 22% together, coming off of a big win across this track on September 18th, coming back in 58 days at 4-1 to number 10. So I know I have to be at least 3 deep here in my pick 4s. I gotta have a number 12, the Navajo horse, right? Who I wanted to single, but I'm not a defensive player, but I mean, that's silliness. And the number 2, the Caden horse, Kelly Breen's horse, and the number 10. I don't know how you could be serious about playing a horizontal pick 4 and pick 5 and not put the 10 horse in there. The horse is speedy. It's Kelly Breen. It's Louis Siaz. Horses just won across this track at this very distance, 1.8 miles. Got 58 days of rest, fresh, fit, and fast. Got to overcome the 10 post, but it ain't the 13th post. So, okay, I gotta use the 10. Nice horse. My third pick. 1, 1A, and 1B. 12, 2, 10. We're gonna round it out, y'all, with the 13 horse. Well, here's again. I just got to use all 4 of these horses in my pick 4, pick 5. Well, Point Doom. Well, you asked the question, where is the smooth Tyler Gaffleon? How can I go? Listen, he's on Point Doom, right? Kessler is doing the conditioning. This one's by Intermission on the back end by Malibu Moon. Here's another nice 4-year-old. They paid $450,000 for this one, and this one is fast. 8 wins from 26 starts, 6 seconds and 3/3 for a cool $350 million by way of parks out there in Bensalem, PA. Been to Penn National, yeah, and Delaware, right? Well, Pimlico, a quarter mile to go for sure. I can't, my boy, the smooth Tyler Gaffleon, and I tell you once and I'll tell you again, if you ever out in Kentucky and you're at the racetrack, I don't care what racetrack it is, Keeneland, Kentucky Downs, and my place, Ellis Park. That's one of my favorite tracks, just like Monmouth Park. And Turfway. You better find out what Tyler Gaffleon is. Now, I ain't saying he's all day Pat Day, heart attack Pat, right? The legend, the man, the myth. Or Corey Lanery. But, hey, listen, don't nobody ride the Kentucky circuit like Tyler Gaffleon. And I follow Kentucky racing. I'm sure you folks do too. None greater than Turfway Park, which is going to be coming up shortly with winter blizzards. But you better find out where Tyler Gaffleon is. That's a fact. If you're at any racetrack, but particularly out there in Kentucky, shoot, who's smoother than Tyler Gaffleon? Chad Brown going to take Tyler Gaffleon off of Sierra Leone, please, and put up the anchor? No, you didn't just kick Pratt's back in. No, I'm sorry. I love me some Pratt, classy as he is. But again, Doom's Point Doom, 9-2, I'm putting them in. So I'm committed in the 10th race because it is the big race. And I have I'm singling my horse in the 7th race. So I got to go 4 deep here, y'all. 1, 1A, 1B, and 1C. I'm telling you now, I got to have the 12 in there, the old Navajo warrior. I got to have my boy Kelly Breen with that Caden Corpse, which is at 6-1. I got to have Louis on the 10, burning hot. This one is smoking, right? The number 10 at 4-1 and the smooth Gaffleon. These horses got speed figures at 10 and at 13. That's just off the chain. Do I hate the post position? Yeah. But can anybody navigate it better than Louis Saez and Tyler Gaffleon? You think I'm going to leave my boys to beat me? Ain't going to even happen. So there it is in the crown, y'all. 12-2, 10, 13. I like all 4 of them equally. I will use all 4 of them in my pick 4s, pick 3s, pick anything. Because I'm singling the 5 horse. In race number 7. Jubilant Joni. My name is Wayne Bolden. I got to post this quick, fast, and in a hurry. I've been going on and on like hot butter popcorn. And the popcorn is going to be popping in race number 7. Going to be popping here too, y'all. Talk to y'all. Have a great day. Remember, if you need sheets, call me, email me. Speaking20ball at yahoo.com. There he goes. I got to use all 4 of these. No doubt. I mean, I'm not letting Gaffleon and Saez beat me on the 10 and 13. Do I love the 12 and the 2? You best believe I do. 12, 2, 10, 13. I would push the box button. I'm using all 4. In the crown race, in the big race, 200,000, the jewel, the claiming crown jewel, the big race of them all. I'm singling Joni. That's just my opinion. You bet your opinion. That's the opinion that matters the most. But I'm betting. And Irad sitting on a big day, y'all. And he ain't my top jock, but you better know where he is. Why? Because the boy could flat out ride. That boy could horseback. Enjoy your weekend, y'all. Enjoy your NCAA, right? Go Irish. Notre Dame. How did he become a Notre Dame fan? Well, when I was a young boy, and growing up back in the '70s, there was only 13 channels. Y'all know them, right? The UHF channels, and the console in the living room with the knob missing. You had to take a fork to turn the channels. I don't know what my brothers and sisters did with the knob. And then, of course, the rabbit ears. And every Saturday, no matter what, guess who was on the TV? Notre Dame. That's how I became a Notre Dame fan from the age of 5, 6 years old. Why? They were always on every Saturday. Not like today where you got 875 million channels. People always say, how did you become a Notre Dame? Are you a graduate of Notre Dame? From your mouth to God's ears. I am not. Would love to be. There it is. Speed King is fired up today. Stay classy, y'all. I like that jubilant Joni. We heard already, Speed King, in the 7th race. We understand. Bet your opinion. I'm just telling you, that's just one of my girls. She's back in town. I'll dance with the girl that I came with. Thank you very much.